Hello friends! To create a truly original and catchy advertising campaign, you really need to work hard. Not surprisingly though, marketers sometimes come up with strange or even repulsive ideas.
Nope.
But some advertising campaigns are so cool that they could easily shock you. These are the kind of successful cases we're going to talk about today. Let's get it on. Gold Bar Challenge. Despite the fact that people have long ceased to use gold and money, this precious metal is still very valuable. Who would refuse to own an impressive gold bar for free, right? All you have to do is stick your hand in a special hole and try to lift and then pull out quite an impressive bar of gold. You might think it's pretty easy. However, such transparent boxes can be found in different countries, from the UAE to the US and Asian countries, and it seems that only the luckiest ones get the desired ingot. Firstly, it is much heavier than it seems at first glance, and secondly, the hole is not big enough for a hand with a gold bar to pass through it. Many people want to try their luck though and get a little bit richer. No wonder the challenge is so popular. And also you can attract visitors anywhere, to an exhibition, a museum, or just some shopping center, where customers at the same time can buy something. Survivor Billboard. Ordinary billboards don't surprise anyone, and even interactive ones are becoming commonplace. But what about a billboard with living people? The Mnet company, in collaboration with JCDecaux Africa, have created an incredible billboard for their reality show Survivor SA. Oh no, they didn't just put an image or any wildlife stuff in it, there were people living in the billboard. 8 participants were inside the billboard for 3 days, and only 6 winners could get a place in the 6th season of the game and try to survive in another place. It was possible to watch the daredevils in real time, and the advertising campaign created such a buzz that the number of fans of the show has increased significantly. Would you dare to get involved in something like that? Angry Birds Live. Have you ever wanted to play Angry Birds in real life? Well, we agree maybe it's an unusual idea, but the T-Mobile operator still decided to make it happen. In the Spanish city of Terrassa, located in the province of Barcelona, the creators built a full-size battlefield. People controlled the bird through a smartphone, and all actions, shooting and destruction, took place on the real site. The action turned out to be very crowded. People were filming it on their phones, having fun and dancing to the music of the street orchestra. By the way, the creator of this event was the advertising agency Saatchi & Saatchi. It's also known for its flash mobs at the Liverpool Street Station and Heathrow Airport. Free McFlurry. The summer of 2015 was really hot by European standards. In Amsterdam, the temperature reached a record 38.6 degrees Celsius and continued to rise. And marketers at McDonald's figured out how to benefit from this situation. No, they didn't raise the price of ice cream and drinks. Instead, an unusual billboard with a built-in thermometer was installed in the city. And when the air heated up to a certain point, bam! The panel opened and everyone could get a portion of free ice cream to cool down a little. Workout Bus Shelter. Standing at a bus stop waiting for public transport is an incredibly boring thing. You can't even step aside or do anything useful because you could accidentally miss your bus, so you just have to stare at your phone. But the Reebok company decided to bring some fun to the boring expectation, and at the same time make people work out. For this purpose, the bus stop was equipped with a kettlebell, and it seems that Oslo residents really appreciated this advertising move. Nescafe game. To promote its iced coffee, Nescafe launched an interactive game at a subway station in Shanghai. While standing in the interactive zone, the passengers moved back and forth to control the coffee bottle on the screen. All they had to do was collect drops of coffee and try to fill the bottle in 30 seconds. After completing the mission, the participants received a QR code to get a free bottle of Nescafe cold brew in the nearest vending machine. Not a bad idea, is it? Red Bull Pinball Machine. To promote its new organics beverage series, JC Deco Norway transformed the main station of Oslo into a colourful playing area, creating a pinball table, the classic arcade machine that's probably familiar to many of you. Of course, the prize of the game was a can of soda, and this advertising campaign turned out to be very, very successful. The pinball machine was there for only 10 days, but it still managed to cause huge queues. Everyone wanted to try it, and at the same time to get a refreshing drink. Instead of waiting for trains while doing nothing, the passengers were able to have fun. B-Monster Boxing Ring. When the B-Monster Boxing Club opened in Shanghai, it needed advertising, like any other place, and for this purpose, a whole boxing ring was installed right in the subway. The performance included bright neon lighting and a specially made punching bag with a pressure sensor. The sensor measured how strong the blow was, and the strongest players were awarded with boxing gloves. The advertising turned out to be successful too. The bright neon light shook up the usual routine of the subway, and the opportunity to hit the punching bag allowed people to distract themselves from everyday worries. After all, what can be better than the opportunity to let off some steam on the way to work or school? Perhaps these punching bags should be installed at every station in the world. Underground Museum. Is there a subway in your city? Then you probably know that it's, well, not the best place for art. Unless, of course, you consider those guys who play musical instruments to earn a couple of coins to be art. But KFC, together with the National Museum of China, during the Chinese New Year, turned the subway into an exposition. Custom-made glass display cabinets showcased exact copies of the exhibits with a detailed description of each item. An animated version of a Ming Dynasty painting was shown on an interactive digital screen. People could connect to the screen through a smartphone and even play an educational game. The campaign was a great example of how the brand communicates with local audiences, demonstrating its understanding and appreciation of Chinese culture and values. Dolly Dimple's Pizza. There are a lot of restaurants delivering pizza. It's really difficult to stand out from all of the others, gaining a foothold in the market and winning the clientele.
Pizza time.
That is why advertisers sometimes have to invent incredible things. For example, in Oslo in 2015, pizza could be ordered directly from a bus stop. You were put through with the operator immediately to discuss the necessary details.
Hallo, der kommer det stor syltpizza innen 15 minutter.
But most importantly, they promised to cook the pizza in 15 minutes. But what if the transport comes faster and arrives before the delivery guy gets there? Well, as part of this advertising campaign, the pizza delivery guy caught the client even on the bus and handed over the hot pizza right into their hands. That's exactly what the future should be like. Milka Slide. Whatever you say, everyone wants to feel like a child at least once in a while. We know it's impossible to go back to the past using a time machine, but there are many other great options. One of them was offered by the advertisers of Milka when they came up with an unforgettable entertainment for the visitors of a shopping center. A huge slide ending in a ball pit in which everyone could slide regardless of their age. And at the end, the camera was waiting for them to catch their sincere emotions. But that's not all. Depending on the person's desire, his or her picture could be shown to the whole city on one of 40 advertising screens. Music on bus stops. Today, it's difficult to imagine life without music, and modern technology makes it incredibly accessible. You know, all these tiny headphones and wireless speakers that aren't afraid of water, and other gadgets that let you play your favorite tracks anywhere. However, Coca-Cola went further and brought music right into bus stops. 4 stops in Budapest were equipped with special panels, with the help of which each passerby could enjoy music. They just had to plug the headphones into one of 3 jacks, and voila. Coca-Cola Quiz. Some people just love quizzes, and Coca-Cola knows this very well. So, one of the bus stops in Oslo was equipped with a special panel with a very simple question about Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Is it sugar-free? If the person pressed the no button, the panel emitted an error sound. But if they chose yes, a can of soda appeared through a small hole at the bottom. After all, there's nothing better to advertise a new product than free distribution.
Best advertisement so far.
And even though the quiz turned out to be very easy, it did make some people happy. Dent Oil Live Paint. Some advertising campaigns may seem strange and not very suitable for certain brands, but that doesn't really matter. After all, the main thing is to draw attention to a particular product. Thus, to advertise its sugar-free pastels, Dent Oy attracted an artist who, sitting at the central station of Oslo in real time, turned the surrounding space into funny pictures. He took a picture, drew something on his tablet, and after a couple of minutes, the finished image was on the big screen, like a giant fish or a kitty. Kit Kat Dance Challenge. As we've already said, for most people waiting for the bus, it's a rather boring activity. As you must have realized, different brands do everything they can to cheer up potential customers and at the same time offer them their products. Kit Kat turned a few bus stops into interactive screens which offered people on the street to dance. First, you learn the movements, then the dance itself, and as a reward, of course, a well-deserved chocolate bar. Stella Artois VR. To use virtual reality in advertising campaigns is a cunning and trendy move. After all, we have modern technology and we should use it, right? For example, on the eve of the Wimbledon tournament, the Stella Artois UK team created a panoramic video that allows you to see the famous stadium from a bird's eye view. And to make the feeling even more realistic, everyone who wanted could climb on a special moving platform with fans. Add virtual reality glasses to this and you get a truly amazing experience. Psst, dude, are you looking for new technologies and great gadgets? Are your thoughts focused on the future? Do you love huge vehicles and can't imagine your life without robots around you? Then visit TechZone and you'll find all this and more. The link is in the description. You interested? Great.